Who is that? Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, Jen.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Enjoying
Join us.
our lockdown? Here, let me pin this. There we go. Okay. So, how are bodies feeling this morning?
Okay.
We're okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? How's our mental body? How are we handling like week 4 of total isolation?
Well, you're a bright spot for the day.
Thanks. It's I was telling Christine the other day, like I didn't realize how much I like truly missed seeing everybody in person until like we started Zoom and I got to see like people's faces and like names up there. So I will be grateful once we can come back to actually all being in the same room together. Okay. So any requests today?
Gentle,
Hmm?
gentle. My dog's gonna do it with a steak.
Perfect. Finally, we can bring our dogs to yoga.
Well, we're on her patio, so.
Awesome. Okay, so let's begin. We're gonna start laying down on the back. I'm trying to be mindful about access to yoga props. I know I'm like a very prop heavy teacher, so I'm trying to only give myself like a block so I don't overwhelm those of us that don't have props at home.
I have a bolster, should I get it? I have a bolster, should I get it?
Oh yeah, if you have any props, you can use them as you
block. I have a blankie and I can go get my bolster if you think I need it.
You may want it for Shavasana. So if you
Okay,
have,
I'm gonna get it.
yeah, you go ahead. We'll give it a couple minutes for people to hop on here too.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have a yoga blanket or honestly like any kind like blanket is fine, pillows. If you have blocks, great. If you don't have any of that stuff though, it's totally fine. You can still do yoga without all that stuff. So as we settle in, we'll all just find our way onto the back. Don't feel rushed at all. We do have lots of time.
Hi.
Oh.
Hi.
Isn't it fun though, kind of?
Zoom, yeah. Hi.
Perfect. Perfect.
All right.
It's so nice to see everybody. All I have is like, I mean, you guys know, I go to like the vet hospital. I still have to work there, but like we are like in full hazmat basically going to and from cars and not a lot of interaction with other people, which I'm sure is true for you guys as well. So let's start to settle in. and just lay down however it's comfortable. So again, if you have blanket, if you have bolster, you have blocks, that's great. If not, you're just gonna lay on the mat and that's perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody but me for now. Yes, perfect. Okay. All right, guys, here we go. So laying all the way down on the back, and we're gonna start today with some harmonium, because why not? Oh my gosh, yeah, everyone, bring your dog to yoga. What a delight. All right. So a little bit of sound, right? As we settle in. Checking in with the breath here. And start to even out the pace of the breath. So maybe that's for a count of 4 or 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, depending on how it's moving this morning. We're gonna aim for finding the breath of inhale 8, exhale 8 eventually. So maybe just adding a little beat or two to the inhale and exhale every round of breath. Right, we talk a lot, or I talk a lot in this practice about our breath being like a support system, right? And, you know, if you've ever had stress, if you've ever had anxiety or a panic attack, or if you've just been a little bit overwhelmed, you know that coming back into the breath, right, or finding an even pace of breath helps calm the nervous system, helps calm you down. So you don't have to be actively stressed or actively having anxiety to use and access this breath, right? It can just be for a practice, it can just be for meditation. But we know from these other examples and things that happen in our lives that the breath is a support system. So just noticing where it's kind of moving to in the body this morning. And can you start to find a little bit more length? So elongating the inhale, long exhale. Give yourself some time with the breath here, right? Things are weird, things are stressful. So it might be taking a little bit more time to drop in, right? Whereas before all these major changes happened with all of us, it may have been a little bit easier to just walk in the yoga room, slap your mat down and relax. Whereas now it may take a little bit more effort, like conscious work, right? Because the body becomes still, the mind starts to cha-cha-cha. Chitta vritti, right? So acknowledging the thoughts as they come, right? But doing your best to stay in the present moment, right? And again, the breath helps us with that. But trying to find an even pace of the breath. Right? Trying to find a little bit of length. And with your exhale here, can you let the body just kind of sink down into the floor a little bit more? Where can I soften? Where can I let go? These concepts are not new to your practice, though they may hold a slightly deeper meaning now that the collective stress of the world is like heightened, right? Where can I soften? Where can I let go? Right? Let that be kind of your mantra throughout your practice today, right? We're deep in the hip opener or something. Where can I soften here? Right? What am I holding on to that's kind of getting in my way? Finding that sense of calm and release, right? Can you do a little scan of the body from the crown of the head down to the toes? Right, releasing and relaxing as you do your scans. The skin of the forehead relaxes, right? Eyes soften back. Even the skin beside the eyes can release. The jaw, almost like the ears can slide to the floor. With the next exhale, just letting the shoulders move down and away from the ears. Let the arms be nice and heavy. And just observe the rise and fall of the chest and the belly with the breath. You don't have to change anything about it, just notice. Feeling the pelvis heavy on the ground, feeling the legs heavy. Whole body just releasing. And this is the space, right? This is the place, the mindset, and the place the body's at where we want to enter our practice, right? We want to come into the practice from a calm, a peaceful, a quiet place. All right, so this is why it takes, a fair amount of time at the beginning of class just to kind of shake the dust and, let go of anything that's already happened today. Not worrying about anything that's going to happen after. Just being in the moment. So take a few more breaths like that. Right? Just gentle inhale. Gentle exhale. Let's see if my music will work. And then we can start to invite in some movement. So give a little wiggle to the fingers, a little wiggle to the toes. And we'll take a nice big full body stretch from here. Reach the arms up and overhead. Reach them towards the back of the room that you're in. Stretch the legs out long, and then as you exhale, just go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. Give your legs a little squeeze towards the body. And then a little rock from side to side, right to left. Right? Checking in with the low back, checking in with the hips, the knees, your shoulders. All these places will probably start talking to you pretty early in your practice, right? Letting you know how the shoulders are feeling, letting you know how the low back is feeling, if there's any tenderness as you move from side to side. So just observe that. You don't have to change anything about it. Just notice. And then just hug the right knee in towards the chest. Let the left leg stretch out long. I'm gonna come down onto the floor with you here. So left leg stretches out long. Reach the leg away from the body. And as you hug that right knee in towards the chest, notice what's going on in the hip flexors here. Right, maybe you feel something, maybe you don't. And then we're just gonna take it into a gentle twist. So left hand on the right knee, guide the leg across. Don't overthink it, right? Maybe the head stays center. Maybe the head turns over the right shoulder. Either way. And we'll come back to center. Just hug the left knee in towards the chest. Let the right leg stretch out long. Reach the right heel away. Squeeze the knee into the chest. Notice if there's any little things going on in the hip flexors on this side. Again, don't overthink it. Just notice. Breathe in. And as you exhale, twist. Simple twist. Maybe the head stays centered. Maybe it turns over the shoulder. Whatever works. Just a couple breaths here. Great. And then coming back. All right, we'll take the feet to the floor. Heel toe the feet so they're about as wide as the mat. And then drop the knees over to the left. Inhale, knees back to center, and then over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. So noticing here any tightness in the thighs and the hip flexors. Inhale, knees back up and then over to the right. Inhale, center. And then this time, drop the knees over to the left, pause here. So a little flex to the feet. We're gonna inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Bend and hold on to your forearms or elbows. Just start to find a little bit of length through that right side body. Right? Some of you will enjoy taking the foot on top of the thigh here, left foot on top of the right thigh. Pay attention to your knees and low back as always. If they don't feel great here, this foot can stay on the floor. And breathe down that side body. And then slowly take the knees back to center. And then drop the knees over to the right. Switch the cross of the arms, opposite forearm on top. And again, maybe you stay here. Maybe the foot finds its way on top of the thigh. And just take a couple rounds of breath, right? Listen to the low back. Listen to the knees. Feel the breath moving down this left side. And then release the arms, slowly come back to center, right? And then from here, go ahead, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And then just let this knee move back and forth a couple of times. So like it just kind of swing back and forth, knee presses away and then draws towards you. Good. And then we're gonna keep the right ankle crossed over the left thigh. Spread the toes wide on the left foot. You may hold on to the sides of the mat or just let the arms stay down. We're gonna lift and lower the hips a couple of times, right? So frontal hip bones lift, hips lift off the floor, and then exhale, lower. Not any more complicated than that. We're gonna do it 4 more times. Press down into the left foot, lift the hips up, trying to keep the frontal hip bones even. Exhale, lower. Good. 3 more like that. Frontal hip bones lift, lengthen through the low back, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Lift the hips up. Maybe you start to notice some activity in this right hip flexor area. 1 more like that. Press down, lift the hips up, pause here. So be mindful that the frontal hip bones are even, right? We're not dropping one side down or the other. Right? Strong through our gluteal muscles, strong through the belly and the left thigh. Take 1 more breath in here. Exhale, lower. That gets spicy pretty quick, doesn't it? All right, onto the second side. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Right? And then just move this left thigh back and forth a couple of times. Good. Spread the toes wide on the right foot. A little bit more weight in the inner arch of the foot. Again, you may hold on to the sides of the mat. And you're gonna press the feet down, or the foot down, lift the hips up, and lower. We're gonna do it 4 more times. Use the strength of the belly, the strength of that right leg, lift up, and lower. 3 more. Press down, lift up, and lower. Again, lift, and lower. Last one, press the foot down, lift the hips up, right? Feel these frontal hip bones find a nice, neat line across the front of the body. Frontal hip bones draw in and up. Good. Breathe. Exhale, lower down to the floor. Good. Uncross the legs, hug the knees to the chest. 1 hand on each knee, circle the legs around. Ooh, drop the knees away from you, circle them around, back in and up. And then other direction, please. Good. Keep both the legs together, right? And then make small circles with the legs together. So targeting low back, SI joint, top of the tailbone, and then other direction. Good. From here, set the feet back down onto the floor. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh once again. Take a breath in. As you exhale, hug the left thigh into the chest. Right? Interlace the hands behind the left leg. Start to give a little rock from side to side, right to left. So again, we're just paying attention to how that right hip is feeling. And then really simple pause here with the left thigh lined up with the left shoulder. And soften the shoulders down and away from the ears. Create that little balance, that push and pull, hugging the legs towards the chest. Right thigh gently shifts away from you. Breathe here. Again, inhaling and exhaling, letting the breath match one another. So maybe count to 5, 6, maybe 7. Good, and then switching sides. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Take a breath in. Exhale, hug the right leg into the chest. Give a little rock from side to side. And then pause with the right thigh lining up with the right shoulder or collarbone. And then just take a few breaths here, right? Again, don't overthink it. Where can I soften? Probably shoulders, probably the jaw, right? One more breath. And then slowly unwind the legs, squeeze the knees into the chest, and then take a full body stretch. Reach the legs out long, reach the arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, bend the knees, gently roll to your right side. And then we'll find our way into a child's pose from here. I'm gonna turn this heat off. So making our way into a child's pose, right? So toes together, knees nice and wide, wider than the hips, right? Hips sink back and down towards the heels, and then walk the arms out in front of you. Right? Lengthen through the sides of the waist. You can let the forehead rest on the floor, or if there's something more comfortable to rest the head on, a blanket or a block, that's fine too. And just allowing the belly to spill down between the legs. All right, allowing the arms to be kind of relaxed at first here. And then start to activate the arms. So spread the fingers wide. Press down into the knuckles. A little bit more weight in the inner part of the hand, and feel the upper inner arms turning to the sky, right? Imprinting our down dog arms. And then gently walk the hands over to the right. Hands walk over to the right side of the mat. Lengthen through that side waist. Feel that stretch in the left shoulder. I'm gonna fix my ponytail here. Good, and then walk the hands back over, and then over to the left. Lengthen through that other side. There we go. Come back to the middle. Make our way onto the hands and knees. Knees underneath the shoulders, hands underneath, knees underneath the hips, hands under the shoulders. We're doing good here. All right, come into our tabletop pose. Spread the fingers out wide. Take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, lift the tailbone wide and across the chest. Lengthen through the sides of the waist. As you exhale, curl the tailbone down, round through the upper back, drop the head down. Keep going like this. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to round. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round it up. From here, find a flat back. Okay? We're gonna shift the hips forward and then over to the right and then down towards the heels and over to the other side. So making big circles with the hips. Right, and if you find a spot that's a little bit sticky, you can lean into it and pause. And then move on. And then over to the other side. Hips to the left, back towards the heels, and to the right, and forward. And then come back to center. Okay. From here, slide the right toes back behind you. Right? You can keep the left toes curled under, or you can press down into the shin. Right? Whatever helps you balance. And then we're gonna float the right leg up to the height of the hip. Now draw the frontal hip bones up, reach through that right heel, and then float the left arm away from you. So we're actively reaching heel and hand away, actively pressing down into the right hand. Get a little bit longer. Good. Soften with the exhale. One more breath. Exhale, knee and hand find the floor. Take a round of cat-cow. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round it out. And find a nice flat back once again. Curl the left toes under, reach them back. Maybe the toes stay on the floor. Maybe the shin presses down. From here, float the left leg up just to the height of the hip. Feel the left inner thigh gently turning up towards the sky. And from here, engage through the belly. Shift the weight into the left hand. Reach the right arm away from you. Breathe here. Inhale. Right, as you exhale, drawing everything in, getting a little bit longer. Breathe in. And exhale, hand and knee find the floor. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round it out. Good. So if you've got a blanket on the mat, you can leave it there for now. We're gonna do some moon salutations or Chandra Namaskar today. So you may want something on the mat. Walk the hands forward a couple of inches, spread the fingers wide, press down into the inner part of the hand. So base of the index and thumb get a little bit more weight. And then turn upper inner arms forward, right? Toes are curled under. From here, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Give a little pedal to the heels, bend the right knee, bend the left knee. Swap it out a couple of times, stretch the calf muscle, the back of the leg. Good. Come high onto the balls of the feet. Right. Give a nice little bend to your knees and just drop the heels from side to side. Right. And then from here again, coming high onto the balls of the feet. Generous bend to the knees, lift the hips up higher, and then send the inner thighs back. Heels down to the floor. Inhale, look between the hands, rock the chest forward, plank pose. Exhale, lift the hips up and back down. A couple times like that. Inhale, forward, upward push-up plank. Exhale, down, down. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale, rock the chest forward, plank. Drop the knees down to the floor. Right, turn the upper inner arms forward, move your blocks out of the way. Rock the chest forward, and as you exhale, keep the hips high, right? Bend the elbows towards the back of the room, drop the chin and the chest down to the floor. Then from here, slide it forward. Elbows right above the wrists, widen across the chest as you inhale, lift. Bhujangasana, low cobra. Exhale, lower forehead to the floor. Curl the toes under, press yourself up through tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, take a little walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Find a little bit more weight in the front of the foot, lengthen through the sides of the waist. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. I'm gonna step back here a little bit. Sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. So let's do a couple half sun salutes here, right? Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, fold it in. Feet can be together, toes together, heels a little bit apart, or hips width distance. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep out. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold it in, Uttanasana. Maybe even close the eyes as you do this, right? Don't worry about what it looks like, especially now we're all at home anyway. Good. So just moving through our half sun salute. Keep going with the breath. Inhaling to sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, breathe. Exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pause here. Take a breath. Let the arms come down by the side, standing in our mountain pose. Tadasana, Samasthiti, goes by a lot of names. Spread the toes wide, right? Lift them up, spread them wide, and then set them back down. Good. Let the eyes remain closed, moving from the ground up. Feel the inner arches of the feet pick up a little bit. Feel the outer ankles firming in. Right, inner thighs turning back, frontal hip bones lift. Right, soften the front, lower part of the ribs down. Feel some lift in the upper back, lift in the chest, and then shoulders soften away from the ears. Crown of the head lifting. Good. So from here, we're going to play around with our moon salutations. If this is newer to you, if you've practiced with me for a long time, you've definitely done these. If it's newer to you, just do what you can. All right, so top of the mat, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach both hands up towards the sky, little bend in the back. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, half lift. From here, we're gonna step our right foot back. Drop the right knee down to the floor. Right, left knee over the left ankle. Inhale, sweep it up. Let the palms find one another if they can. If not, you can keep the arms wide. That's better for your shoulders. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Good, curl the right toes under, press the thigh up. From here, with control, step the left foot back, plank. Drop the knees down to the floor. Look forward, rock the chest forward, and as you exhale, knees, chest, chin. Slide it forward, Bhujangasana, low cobra. Exhale, lower forehead to the floor. Curl the toes under, press yourself up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, float the left leg to the height of the hip. Exhale, knee to chest, step the foot between the hands. Let the back leg follow. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart, second side. Hands together, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, half lift. From here, step the left foot back. Drop the left knee down to the floor. Good, right knee over the right ankle, firm this hip in. Inhale, sweep it up, breathe in, get long. Exhale, hands to the floor. Curl the back toes under, press the thigh up. With control, step the front leg back. Knees drop to the earth. Inhale, rock the chest forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide it forward. Exhale, lower. Up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, float right leg up to the height of the hip. Exhale, knee to chest. Step the foot between the hands. Good. Let the back leg follow. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep out and up. Breathe in. Grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let the hands rest on the chest for a moment. Just take a breath in here. Okay. Take 2 more breaths like that, with the hands just resting on the chest. Okay, we're gonna do it again. Toes together, heels a little sliver of space apart, hands up the chest. As you inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. Find a little bend in the upper back. Exhale, draw the hands down through the heart space. Hold it in. Inhale, half lift. From here, step the right foot back. Drop the knee down to the floor. Inhale, sweep it up. Breathe in. Good. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Strong through the right thigh. Step the left leg back. Knees to the earth. Rock the chest forward. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana, or maybe upward dog if you feel ready. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Float the left leg to the height of the hip. Exhale, knee to chest, step the foot between the hands. Good, let the right leg follow. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Second side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Little bend in the upper back. Exhale, hands down through the heart space, fold. Inhale, lift. From here, step the left foot back. Drop the knee down to the floor. Inhale, sweep it up, breathe in. Good, exhale, hands to the floor. Curl the left toes under, press the thigh up. Step the right foot back, drop the knees down. Inhale, chest forward, and exhale, lower, knees, chest, chin. Slide it forward, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Inhale, float the right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Step the foot between the hands. Let the left leg follow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it out and up. Breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. One hand over the heart space, the other hand over that. Take a few breaths here. Let's do 3 breaths, yeah? Inhale. Long exhale. 2 more. Last one. Okay, so we can move our little blanket friend off to the side here. We're good. Have him close by though, you never know. Okay, from here, sun salutation A. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, breathe in. Exhale, fold it. Inhale, half lift. From here, plant the hands, step the feet back, plank pose. Knees can be up or down, maybe knees down for the first one. Uncurl the toes, press the tops of the feet down into the floor. Turn the upper inner arms forward, rock the chest forward, and we're gonna lower just to the elbows. Yeah, from here, press it back up. 2 more like that. Inhale, like I tricked you into push-ups. Exhale, lower to the elbows. Good. Press it back up. 1 more like that. Inhale, rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Press yourself back up. Curl the toes under, hips up and back. Good. This time, inhale, rock the chest forward. Knees up or down. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, curl the toes under. Hips up and back, down dog. Good. Inhale, float the right leg up to the height of the hip. Draw the right knee in towards the chest. Step the foot between the hands. Good. Stay on the ball of that back foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up, crescent lunge. Good. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Right? Step it back, down dog. Inhale, float left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Step the foot between the hands. Little bend to the back knee. Quick crescent. Inhale, reach up. Good. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step it back. Down dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or maybe hop. Top of the mat. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep it out. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Plant the hands, step the feet back, plank. Maybe knees up this time. Inhale, rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower halfway or above. Inhale, over the toes. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, hips up and back. Let's do 5 breaths here. Long inhale. Long exhale. 3 more. Last one. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or hop. Top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and draw the hands to the heart. Okay, from here, let's take our toes together. Heels a little bit of space apart. If your low back is a little sensitive, feet can be about hips width distance, right? Or frontal hip bones distance. Start to shift the weight into the heels, bend the knees, sweep the arms forward and up. Chair pose. Yay, chair pose. So we're gonna draw the frontal hip bones up, right? So we're not arching in the low back. So draw the frontal hip bones up, sit a little bit lower. Reach the arms up. My teacher, Pedro, used to tell us to smile because it would make it less terrible. So firm the upper arms in, big smile, chair pose, breathe here. Maybe sit a little bit lower, inhale. Good, exhale, fold it in. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Pause here in your fold. Take your feet a little bit wider than the hips or to the outer hips here. You're gonna bend the knees, interlace the hands behind the head, and just hang here. Right? So you're like giving a little bit of traction to the neck in that fold. Good. Maybe a little sway from side to side. Release the hands. Give a little bend to the knees. Roll yourself all the way up, all the way to standing. Whew, roll the shoulders down. Okay, sun salutation, feet. Feet either together, toes together, heels a little bit of space apart, or feet about hips width distance. From here, sit the hips low, sweep the arms forward and up. Inhale, get long. Exhale, fold it in, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. From here, plant the hands, step, maybe hop back, right? If you're feeling it today, chaturanga. Inhale over the toes. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Float the right leg up to the height of the hip, please. As you exhale, hug the right knee into the chest. Step the foot between the hands. So right foot over to the right a little bit. Back heel down. Heel to heel aligned. Draw the right hip in. Anchor through that back leg. Sweep the arms forward and up. Warrior one. We're gonna stay for 5 breaths here. So right hip drawing back, frontal hip bones lift, and press through this back leg as you bend the right knee a little bit deeper. I feel the lift in the arms originate in the upper back. Heart is lifting, widening across the chest. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Good. Gracefully take our hands down to the floor. Step it back, plank. Knees up or down, whatever works for you here. Rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower, halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, float, left leg to the height of the hip. As you exhale, draw the knee to the chest. Step the foot between the hands. Left foot to the left a little bit. Right heel down to the floor, foot on an angle. Firm the left hip in, look back, make sure your feet are lined up heel to heel. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Good, left hip draws back and in. Right thigh presses back. Frontal hip bones lift and bend. 5 breaths here, right? Long inhale. Long exhale. Good, 3 more like that. Where can I soften? Probably my thoughts. Probably my shoulders. 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, step it back. Vinyasa, or maybe right into down dog, right? Your call. Take the knees down to the floor. Sit the hips back. Let's keep the legs together so we can get a little bit of space in the low back here. So thighs together. Coming into a child's pose. Let the arms come alongside the body. So just giving the wrists a little break here. We've done a lot of chaturanga-y type stuff. So give yourself about 5 breaths in your child's pose with the arms alongside the body. Let the shoulders just slump down and relax. Couple more breaths. Slowly start to press yourself back up. Downward facing dog. Curl the toes under, hips up and back. Right? From here, we're gonna get a little deeper into the hip. So lift right leg up to the height of the hip. Draw the knee into the chest, step the foot between the hands. This time we're gonna take the back knee down to the floor. If you prefer to have a blanket under the knee, or you can flip the mat and add a little bit of padding, that's fine too. Good. Uncurl the back toes. We're gonna walk both hands to the inside of the foot. So hands are under the shoulders, and you're gonna heel toe. I don't know if you can see, let me do it this way. We're gonna heel toe this foot open to the side. All right, and then give a little flex to the foot, let the knee drop open. Good. From here, shift the weight. Take the hand to the inner thigh. Press the inner thigh away from you. So we're not pushing on the knee, but we are lengthening that inner thigh away. Good. Stay here. Good. Take both hands down to the floor. Good. Seal that left sole of the foot down onto the ground. Get a little bit longer. Some of us will stay here. Some of you may want to come down to the forearms. That's not where I'm at today, so I'm going to stay on my hands. Couple breaths here. Just lengthening, drawing that left thigh, or right thigh, sorry, back, left hip forward. Breathe in. Good. And then curl the back toes under, press the thigh up, step it back, down dog. Good. Inhale, float the other leg to the height of the hip, draw the knee to the chest, step the foot between the hands. Again, drop the back knee down to the floor. I'm going to turn myself around this time once again. Good. So both hands underneath the shoulders, both hands on the inside of the leg, and then you're going to heel to the foot open. Drop the knee. So the outer part of the foot, that kind of edge of the foot, is pressing down into the floor. We're not overextending through that ankle. From here, hand to the inner thigh. Give it a little press away. Right? Like that inner thigh can get a little bit longer. Lengthening, reaching, breathe. One more breath. You guys can't see, but I'm sweating too with you for once. Good, hands to the floor. Heel toe that foot back in, right? And then we're gonna pause here. Right, just lengthening through that back leg. Maybe you come down to the forearms if that feels good. Couple of breaths. Curl the back toes under, press the thigh up, step it back. Good. From here, inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step or hop forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. So you're gonna take the feet wide here. We're gonna take a nice big wide squat. Yeah. My favorite move, we're gonna take the hands to the thighs, right? If you need the grippy part of the mat, you can just turn to the side. So like my thumbs on the inside of my thighs, my fingertips kind of wrap around the outside. Toes turning away, and then you're gonna trap the knee in line with the second and third toe. Frontal hip bones lift. Good. Shoulders soften away from the ears. Inhale, take a breath. Exhale, drop one shoulder down, press the thigh away. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop it down. Good. Inhale, back. And exhale, other side. Good. Inhale, back to center. Take the hands to the heart. Good. Inhale, sweep it out and up. Breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Squat. 2 more like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. 1 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Draw the frontal hip bones up, right? Nice and strong. Breathe in. Good. Press down into the feet. Straighten the legs. Hands to the hips. Turn the toes in. Step the feet together. All right, take a breath here. I'm gonna move this a tiny bit. All right, guys. So, we're gonna play around with our balance a little bit. All right, we'll see if it works. Give the arms a little shake. Let it go. No attachments, right? From here, left ankle over the right thigh. We're gonna do both sides. Doesn't really matter which one you do first. So ankle over the thigh, just like our thread the needle, just like how we had it when we were doing our little bridge raises. Good. Frontal hip bones lift. Take the hands to the heart. From here, start to bend that straight knee, right? So it helps to keep a little flex to this foot. Firm the outer hip in. Find a little spot to focus on that is not moving, right? Maybe you stay here. Maybe you reach the arms up towards the sky. Good, breathe in. Sit a little bit lower. Inhale. Exhale. From here, hinge at the hips, fingertips find the floor. Work that standing leg towards straight. If you're like me, you hyperextend, you're gonna keep a teeny tiny little bend. Hold it in. One more. Start to bend in. Right, nice and strong through the belly. Take the hands to the chest. Stand all the way up. Oh, we did it. All right. Give the leg a little shake. Not too much. Keep the energy, keep the prana inside, moving. Hands to the hips. Find a little spot to focus on that isn't moving, right? Big breath in. Long grounding breath. Okay. Take the foot over the thigh. Firm the standing hip in, flex the foot. Breathe in. Maybe the hands come to the heart. Frontal hip bones lift. And then as you exhale, start to bend that standing leg. Like, how do you make chair pose? Works. Go ahead, breathe here. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you're feeling, taking the arms up, lifting the chest, getting a little bit taller, bend the knee a little bit more. Inhale. Exhale with control. Fingertips to the floor, right? Work that standing leg towards straight. Just a couple of breaths here. Good. Inhale, start to lift. Start to bend the knee once again, hands to the heart, press down. Whoa, I lost it. Press down into the foot, come all the way up, and then set the foot down on the floor. Because I looked at myself moving. Give a little shake to the leg. Right, inhale, sweep it out and up. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep out. Exhale, hands to the heart. Okay, one more little standing thing here. Take the feet wide. Good. Ankles about as wide as the wrist. Take the hands to the hips. Widen across the chest. Shoulder blades firm into the upper back. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold. Now firm the outer ankles, outer hips in as you fold. Let the hands find the floor. Right, lining up the hands and the feet roughly if that works for you. Elbows bend to the back of the room. Soften shoulders away from the ears. Couple more breaths. Inhale, come up. So from here, if you have a block, you can use it. We're gonna take left hand right underneath the nose here. Keep the outer hips firming in. Take the hand to the hip. Now this left hip is gonna try to shift in. We're gonna firm the right hip in a little bit more. Sorry, I'm doing a terrible job of mirroring today. Inhale, sweep the arm up to the sky. Open the chest. Biceps turn forward. Be mindful of that hip. I breathe here. Slowly switching sides. Hand to the block or the floor. You can take the hand to the hip and then reach the arm to the sky. Slowly release the hand. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. And then you're gonna heel toe the feet in a little bit. And then we're gonna find our way into Malasana squat pose. Okay? Good. Hands to the chest. So pressing the forearms or upper arms into the legs back into the arms. Okay? Breathe here. Last breath. Release the fingertips down, lift the hips up. Take your feet in a little bit closer, so about hips width distance apart. Index, middle finger, thumb wrap around the big toe. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, Padangusthasana, fold it in. 5 breaths here. We're going to find a little bend in the knees. Okay. Elbows bend to the sides of the room. Inner thighs turn back, hips are lifting. Slowly release. Inhale, half lift. Again, heel toe the feet out a little bit. Drop the hips down back into our Malasana. Okay. From here, right fingertips down to the floor. Inhale, reach the left arm wide and across the chest. Take the fingertips down, inhale, other side. Back to center. Hold here, feel the frontal hip bones, even here lifting, right? Low belly zipping up. Breathe. Last one. Okay. Release the hands. We're gonna make our way down into a seated position. We'll take some forward folds from here. I'll come a little bit closer to you guys now. Okay, so let's start with a Sukhasana, legs crossed at the center. Shins cross at the center. Walk the feet under the bend of the knees. Right. Inhale, get tall. As you exhale, just walk the hands forward. If you need something underneath the forehead, don't hesitate. Support yourself. Right. See where we're at. Oh, good. Good, good, good. And slowly press yourself up, and we'll switch sides. Cross the opposite shin in front. A little flex to the feet. Inhale, get tall. And exhale, fold. Right? Apply your yin knowledge here. Just let the body melt down, right? Don't overthink it. Slowly start to bring yourself back up. Let's take the legs out long in front of us. Move this down. I have not quite mastered the art of where the heck to put the camera. All right. Let's take the legs out long in front of us, please. Bend your right knee, help it up. Step the foot over the thigh. So maybe we keep the bottom leg straight, right? Some of you may want to bend the bottom knee, right? And come into the twist like this. There's like some personal responsibility, practitioner accountability here. If you're really kind of leaning over to one side, consider keeping the bottom leg out straight, right? Take the hand behind you, and then we're just gonna hug that leg as we twist. Some of you may be able to slide this upper arm around the outer leg. Maybe turn the head. Depends on how the neck is feeling, right? I think we all need to purchase a set of therapy balls so we can do that on Zoom together. Slowly come back. Take the bottom leg out. Open this knee now out to the side. We're going to transition right into Janu Shirshasana. All right, so foot comes to the inner thigh. Inhale, reach up. Little turn towards that leg and fold. Right, maybe the hands are here. Maybe a little bit further. Maybe they wrap. Really simple, press yourself back up. Help the knee up. And then onto the second side. Bend left knee, help it in towards you, and then step the foot over the thigh. All right, drop that hip down. Maybe you stay here with the legs stretched out long. Maybe you bend the knee. Right? Try to snuggle that hip down. Maybe even back a little bit, right? Give yourself some room to find this twist. Take the hand behind the body. Get a little bit taller. And then just a little hug of the thigh first. Right? And breathe. And then maybe the arm perhaps finds its way to the outside of the thigh. It's the same pose either way though, so don't overthink it, don't trip. Slowly unwind. We're gonna take the bottom leg out first, and then step that foot back over, foot to the inner thigh. Good. Janu Shirshasana, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, little turn, little fold. One side, as always, will treat you a lot differently than the other. So if this is your side that is a little bit difficult, be gentle with it. One more breath. Come all the way up. Okay, so let's make our way onto the back, pretty please. Draw the knees into the chest. We made it. Hug the knees into the chest. Let's take a happy baby pose from here. Wrap the hands around the outer foot. And just gently draw the legs down. Maybe extend one leg, and then the other. Maybe both at the same time. Supta Upavishwakanasana. Draw the legs down. Let's take a gentle twist from here. Both legs together, arms into a T, and then exhale. Drop the legs to the left. And then back to center, over to the other side. And then slowly come back to center. Squeeze the knees into the chest. And then we'll find our way into Shavasana, right? Most important part of the practice, isn't it? So laying all the way down on the back. Getting nice and comfortable. It's very dark. So giving yourself whatever you need here to get nice and cozy. We'll take a little Shavasana here. Gently start to deepen the flow of your breath. A little wiggle to the fingers, a little wiggle to the toes. And as you inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Take a nice big full body stretch. And as you exhale, hug the knees in towards the chest. And gently roll to your right side. Just pause there for a moment. Give yourself a second to lay on the side. And then slowly, mindfully press yourself all the way up into a seated position. Allow the hands to come and rest at the heart. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om shanti, shanti, shanti. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May our thoughts, may our actions in some way contribute to their happiness and freedom. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Unmute everybody. Wonderful.
I like the harmonic.
Yeah, I need to like take some lessons.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. It's so nice to see you all.
Hey.
I hope the lockdown isn't too much. But
Yeah.
I think that yoga certainly helps, right?
Yep.
Oh, definitely. Absolutely.
Yeah, keeping any kind of routine, you know, like I always squawk about Ayurveda, but like it's routine. Like we have to at least keep like some sense of normal life, or slips very easy into like, what year is it?
Agreed.
Even for I'm still working in my other job, but even for me, I was kind of like, wait, what day? It's Monday today? Like, how? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Time
everything's kind of weird.
takes on a weird meaning. Time.
Yeah, it's like we made it up or something. All right, guys. Well, you have a beautiful rest of your day.
All
Whatever
right.
that
Again.
from the inside of your heart.
Good.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank
I'll see you Wednesday, hopefully. Take care.
Bye.
Yeah.